What's up, guys? Flip, what's going on, brother? Give everybody a few seconds to jump in. Astro, what's going on? Soul, what is going on, guys? Hope everybody had a good Friday. It's finally the weekend. Let's do this. Flip said, holding down, ladies. I got you, bro. I think we all are, right? You guys see some of these meme coins that are going crazy today? Got some big movers today. Big movers. We're going to check them out. Ill, what's going on? Astro said, calling out a gym, guys. Brett coin. Shiba, yeah, Shiba's one of the big movers today. We're going to definitely, we're going to jump into this here in a few seconds, just giving everybody a few times. But while we are waiting, you guys see Milady last night made a new local high at around this 13 mark. Basically, right at the 382, pretty much got rejected. But it's not really, it wasn't really just Milady that got rejected. At this time, we were pumping pretty hard, and Bitcoin kind of just started making its way towards the downside. Nothing too crazy, holding a good support level, but you can see as of last night, Bitcoin was doing pretty well, trying to get back up towards, 64, went up to about 63.2. And then as, the night went on yesterday, we started moving ourselves down to where we pretty much bounced right here, right above this 61.6 mark. And Milady, found some good support. Nothing too crazy. You can see we are sitting above the support level right here at around the 10.4. So everything's looking good. Everything's looking great. So let's see here. So Flip said he got used car on Solana. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of things about that. Mark, what's going on? So let's jump in real quick before. So we just looked at Milady. We looked at Bitcoin. We'll get more into depth with that. But I wanted to really look at the bubbles today to kind of give you guys a grasp of what is going on with a lot of projects today. So not only are majority of the projects in the green, but you can see some really big movers today. And we're going to individually go through some of these. A couple big ones that just are like in my face right now that I'm like, wow, are obviously Shiba up 41.5%. But what's really getting me like, whoa, out of the dead is Floki. Floki has been doing really well in the last week. Floki's up today almost 62%. And we're going to pull up the chart on Floki, but that's crazy. And Dog with Hat, you guys remember we covered a story, I believe it was yesterday, or I did cover it on the stream, I believe yesterday. Dog with Hat just basically got added to Robinhood, believe it or not, Robinhood for Europe as far as a listing. So they're thinking that Dog with Hat's about to get listed onto, obviously going to be brought into the American market on Robinhood, but as well as Coinbase following suit on Dog with Hat. So Dog with Hat has really been going crazy recently. Really been going crazy. So Flip said, guess Whiff's market cap. I honestly didn't even look at it yet, but I'm gonna guess it's probably well above $1 billion. I would imagine, right? I would imagine above $1 billion. Did I say million? I hope it's above $1 million, right? Let's see here. Yeah, 1.1 billion for Dog with Hat. 1.1, and it topped out right here at the $1.30, bro. What's crazy is Dog with Hat, if you really look for the last month, it was down, right? And I even myself, we were covering on the channel, I was like, I'm really interested in maybe jumping in on Dog with Hat, but I was kind of, what I did instead of Dog with Hat is I jumped in on Myro because of the fact that Myro had a smaller market cap. But obviously you can see Dog with Hat's kind of taken the limelight as far as hype for the Solana memes. For right now, I mean, definitely capitalizing off that hype that it's running. I mean, obviously, any of these meme coins that are native on Solana or any networks that get added to different exchanges, it's going to be very bullish, very bullish, right? Because now you're given a lot more exposure, not only to not only from the Solana network, but now you have people that are on Robinhood. You know, I know a lot of us don't necessarily use Robinhood as like an exchange, but Robinhood's a pretty big on ramp for beginner crypto traders, right? So you have a lot of people that will get on Robinhood. They're like, oh, free trading, and they'll get on there and they'll look up their crypto and see, you know, and Robinhood carries, you know, a lot more than they used to carry back in 2021. Back in 2021, it was Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, Dogecoin was their only meme coin that they carried. Dogecoin, and there might have been maybe one other one that I'm forgetting. And then you guys remember, like 2 years ago, they added Cardano, they added Shiba, they added Polygon, they added a lot of, like, they did have probably about 15 cryptos, and then they ended up pulling off probably about five cryptos because of what the SEC, all their BS about trying to just label everything as a broad spectrum, as just got a brain fart, but as security, right? So Robinhood, being a publicly traded platform, quickly bowed down to the SEC and took off a lot of the coins, you know, off their platform, which I'm sure now they're looking back and they're like, we probably shouldn't have, right? Because all the other exchanges, most of the other exchanges like Coinbase and all them were like, screw you, let's go to court, let's see who wins, right? So, and that's how I think it should be for the SEC. Is just basically a bully nowadays as far as with crypto. Really, they're just trying to bully, and what they do is they'll go after a lot of these exchanges that are smaller exchanges that don't have the time and money, you know, and resources like XRP does, and you know, what Coinbase has and stuff like that. So let's see here. Nico said, what's going on? Flip says, where's it going? How high? We'll check it out here in a second. Astra said, been riding with Dog with Hat since 23 cents. That's awesome, dude. That means you're up, what is that, like a freaking 5 or 6x right there? Nice. Soul said, I've doubled down my money on Dog with Hat. I'm itching to cash out. You know, I mean, I guess we can go over some stuff, but I think Dog with Hat just hit an all-time high. So Astra said, remember what they did with AMC and GameStop? Oh, I know. I think a lot of people, they have a lot of bad taste in their mouth with Robinhood. I particularly do as well on some other stuff with Robinhood, but I don't really want to share it on here to like public and stuff like that. But trust me, I have some issues with I was going to say Dog with Hat. I don't have any issues with WIF. But I have some issues with Robinhood, honestly. I really do. I took all my money off of Robinhood. I took every freaking penny off of Robinhood probably about a year ago. I really wasn't trading, but I did keep my Ethereum and stuff on there. And I was like, you know what? They did some shady stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with you guys, bro. I'm done with you guys. So I jumped out of Robinhood for sure. And now I understand why everybody's like, screw Robinhood, right? So real quick, now that we have the full party in here, make sure you guys, we have 20 people in here and 5 likes. Come on, guys, let's go. Come on, bro. All right, so ladies, last night, like I said, we hit a local high at around this 13 mark. I want to pull up a couple of things real quick with Lady, and we're gonna stay tuned because we're gonna go over Dog with Hat. We're gonna go over a lot of I want to go over Floki and stuff like that. A lot of these projects that are going crazy. Today's like almost like a meme coin kind of day, right? So you can see at the top of this fib, it's gonna be our all-time high. Right, this is going to be our all-time high, and the bottom of the fib is going to be pretty much the bottom of the barrel of where Milady has been. And a couple things I want to point out from where we're at actually, let's go up from where we spiked up earlier last night to all-time highs. We were only 49% away from all-time highs for Milady. I want you guys to take that in. 49% away from all-time highs as of last night. We have retraced a little bit. We were pumping like crazy. We really were. And I think what's going on right now with Milady is that we were moving really fast. A lot of people made their money. The short-term buyers, not us, but a lot of short-term buyers jumped out probably when we hit up towards this 236, I believe that was, or the 382 right here at around the 13. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're jumping into a lot of these other big shiny projects right now that are moving, right? You know, we go back, we have projects like Floki, Shiba right now are going absolutely crazy. I think, and Corgi AI, another project, just hit all-time highs that we're going to check out. dog with hat. I wouldn't be surprised. I bet you some money right now that some of these projects are taking away the shine right now of what Milady was doing yesterday, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. It's not our time yet, but I think what we're seeing with Milady is that you can see how fast things are moving. How fast things are moving for Milady particularly. Now, like we were saying for Bitcoin, I believe this was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yesterday we did jump up to a high of 63.2. So you can see that Bitcoin, is trying to have a breakout. But one thing I wanted to show you guys with Bitcoin particularly is look what this thing's forming. Look what this thing's forming right here. It looks like it's forming somewhat of a, hold on here, that wasn't proper. Looks like this thing is forming a beautiful bull flag or descending triangle for Bitcoin. You guys know not every time, but a lot of times, 60% of the time, it works every time, right? No, but a lot of times, this thing will play out and we'll have a beautiful breakout. So, is Bitcoin all-time highs within the next week? This chart's looking like it's setting up to be, right? It's looking like it's really setting up for some Bitcoin all-time highs. The white line right here is 69,000. That's going to be your all-time high for Bitcoin. Guys, I really do think if we don't get any kind of curveballs, like I have to always say that because you never know, right? But if we don't get any kind of curveballs, Bitcoin is most likely going to see all-time highs coming up here in the next, I'm thinking in the next week or two, if this bull flag descending triangle plays out the way it looks, right? Now, I will say, not every time does a bull flag play out, right, towards the upside. But majority, I would say, if it was like a percentage-wise, I would say probably 55 to 65% of the time, it'll break out towards the upside, right? There's always that, what-ifs and stuff like that. So you got to give it a little bit of like a 30, 40% chance that we possibly could either just continue to chop on the downside, maybe find some support somewhere around like dropping below briefly 60,000 around that 59. Maybe that's what we need to jump on, to get the sellers overwhelmed and us have a beautiful bounce. But I don't think we're bouncing down there. I think right now you guys can see we've been really respecting this 51.6 area right here. So we'll see how it goes. If we can stay above that, descending triangle plays out, all-time highs within a week. I'm calling it right now. I am calling it right now. So let's look at what we all want to see is meme coins, right? Let's see here. Jojo, what's going on? Nico said if we gonna pass the all-time high, after that is going to go insane towards 23,000 million easy. Prodigy said, is this a is the Discord up yet? No, bro. Today. You know what? Let me see, bro. I'm sorry. I had such a late night last night, dude. I remember I told you guys I was taking my daughter to go see Dune. Well, I was going with some family members, and we let the family members buy the tickets, and the movie originally was supposed to be at like 8:30. Bro, they bought the wrong day. We get to the movie theaters, and they're like, no, you guys, your movie was yesterday. We're like, what? So I had to wait and see a freaking movie at like 11 o'clock last night. Literally, like, started my day off today, like, so late and stuff like that. So I technically haven't set it up, but I promise I'm going to have it set up. I would like to do it on stream right now, but I want to stay focused on what we got going on. So I promise, Prodigy, Discord is going to be up, bro, and you can sit here. I know you want to show us some of your stuff too as well, so we'll definitely jump on that. Jason said, what's going on? Abyss, what is going on, guys? Now, let's look up a couple meme coins real quick because these things are absolutely going crazy. So first thing I want to look up is Floki. Floki hasn't been, I feel like Floki is like Frankenstein, right? It's just been like, it's been dead for a while, and like out of nowhere, this thing just starts going crazy. Now, is this going to be short-lived? Is anybody in the chat invested in Floki? I would bet that there's not a lot of people in the chat that are particularly invested in Floki. Not saying that Floki isn't, not going to not be like, a prominent meme coin, but I feel like it was around during the last bull run, and it didn't do bad at all. I just feel like Floki, like, let's look it up here and see. I want to see what exchanges Floki's on nowadays. It has to be on major exchanges, right? Yeah, it's on Binance, KuCoin. So, I mean, this has potential to really do some big things. Market cap pretty high at over $1 billion. Volume is insane at 1.4 billion. So, you know, I think that Floki in the long run, I think a lot of us have been riding it off. I think this thing might jump up towards its all-time highs. Not right this second, but, you know, possibly soon. You know, in this next run that we have. I want to see. Is this all? Yeah, so look at this, though. This is a little odd. Wait, that can't be right. That can't be right. $2020. This is the last bull run. It ran up. 3 zeros and a 1. It's, you know, Floki looks good. It really does. I'm trying to figure out like the market cap. The charts are looking kind of odd. Like TradingView is only going back till June of this month or this year or 2023. Like what the hell is going on here? Maybe there we go. Wrong chart, guys. Told you late night last night. Late night last night. So let's see here. So Floki technically, you know, it looked like it's been dormant. I guess if you're in the Floki world, this thing has been kind of making some runs here and there. We do have a fib retracement on here. I don't even remember looking at Floki recently, but I guess we have. But you can see this thing obviously broke out of its out of the top of the fib right here. And I mean, this thing has been mooning. It did make a local high at around the 13 right here, and it's backpedaling, looking like it wants to bring back a zero. Almost, you know what's crazy is this is pretty much what Milady just did, right? We jumped up to our 13. And now we're hovering over at our 10 right now. We're at 10 and a half. Floki is hovering around the 10.09, but it's looking like it's really trying to find some support right there before it adds a zero again. So we'll keep monitoring Floki, but I think at the end of the day, let me see if I can make a big fib retracement for the whole chart of Floki real quick. Almost ran up to its 618 right here at the 14. Didn't make it there nearly. So hopefully this thing can find some support at least above that 10. Like I said, it's a mental spot as far as you know, losing that zero and holding it. If it gains the zero back, it's probably going to be short-lived, just like for Milady, right? If we go down to that 99 spot, I feel like it's going to be very short-lived, and we're most likely going to continue to kind of teeter-totter, but hopefully hold support at that 10. So Floki's looking pretty good. Let's see here. Brett is bullish. Check it out. I'll check it out here in a minute. Jason said he sold his position in Floki and bought Pepe. I mean, doesn't seem like a bad idea, right? Because Pepe's been going absolutely crazy too. And yeah, let's check out Shiba. Shiba has been going crazy. But one thing I want to just point out with all these projects, right? All these meme coins are all waking up from the dead, right? They're all waking up from the dead. Let these, if you notice too, Floki, Shiba, Doge, it's all the old school meme coins that are really, you know, going crazy right now. I mean, you can't say that Milady hasn't been going crazy because we just ate up a zero. You know, we're doing really well, but you can see these bigger projects that are billion-dollar projects have been making even bigger runs, right? A lot more volume's been coming into a lot of these projects. And what I'm getting to is let these projects run. I'm telling you what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to make their money off these projects again, and then they're going to look for those small cap meme coins. What's the next Shiba? What's the next Floki? What's the next Dogecoin, right? And then they're going to start planting their seeds, and I can guarantee a lot of them have their eyes on Milady. A lot of them have their eyes on Milady. I wanted to show you guys something real quick. So do you guys, let me see here. Did you guys see for Coin Market Cap, they're having awards, and look at this, Meme Coin of the Year for Coin Market Cap. They have Pepe, Milady, Meme Coin, Bunk, and Ordi. If you guys haven't already, go on and put a vote in for Milady right now. Bunk is whooping everyone's ass right now in the awards. Go on to Coin Market Cap and put your vote in. I don't care if you're invested in Pepe and Bunk and all. Go support Milady right now. Go support it. You see the check mark? I already put my vote in. We don't, but I'm saying out of all the votes, there's about 27,000 votes. So go ahead and put your vote in for Milady and give that support, right? Out of all these projects, they're all going to do really well, but which project has the most potential for the most gains? It's going to be Milady's. They're sleeping on our project, and watch what's going to happen. They're all going to start FOMOing in after we're up 20, 30, 40x. So make sure you guys go on. All you have to do is go on to CoinMarketCap, and on the top left right here, you'll see it says go vote for the CMC Awards. Go on there and vote. Go on and vote. So yeah, Shiba topped out at around the 23. You can see where that 23 mark. We'll zoom in and see if this is a spot for some support before. Let's see here. So it's around here. Yeah, it looks like it's bounced multiple times. I'm trying to look at the chart here. It looks like it's bounced multiple times when it was on its way down, exactly where it hit its head. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it has a nice little cool off and this thing continues to move up for Shiba. But Shiba is going crazy right now. Elon supposedly is up. Dogelon Mars is going for a run finally. Let's see. And this isn't coincidental that all the freaking meme coins are starting to run. Look at Dogelon. Dog Elon. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm forever going to call it Dogelon. I'm telling you, it's embedded in me. Dog Elon. Look at this. Finally woke up from the dead. Let's, I need to move this fib retracement. There we go. I finally woke up from the dead. Looks like it jumped up, bounced right here at the 618 and got rejected. And it is sitting around the 24. If you notice a similarity on all these meme coins right now, it looks like they all went on for a nice run and they're all retracing right now. We're going to have to find out and hope to see where these projects are all finding some support. But for Dog Elon, look, I said it properly. Dog Elon. I got to say it over and over. Dog Elon. Dog Elon. Dog Elon. Dog Elon. For Dog Elon, I will say this spot right here looks like it's hit its head a few times right here. Found some support. You can see it was kind of hovering around this area. So this 24 is probably going to be a spot for some support. So hopefully if this thing can at least find some support somewhere around this area, this run can basically get re-engaged at some point and start breaking out above the 618. 618 right now is going to be that pivotal spot for some massive resistance at that 27 spot. So looks pretty good. Pivot came back. Pivot, are you trolling again? I'm just kidding, bro. I would love to see more Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Inu, 10 love. You know what's funny is after you brought it onto the channel, I was talking about it, like the following day I started seeing like a bunch of stuff about it. And I was like, all right, we'll check it out here in a second. Let's see here. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody's stuff. Real quick, we got almost 30 people in here and 12 likes, bro. Come on. Just throw a like at the channel, guys. Yeah, Khalil said, I hope I said that properly, bro. Khalil said, Elon is going crazy finally. I mean, bro, that's awesome. You guys know how crypto works. And I tell you guys this, maybe I wasn't mentioning it enough for like Dog Elon, you know, but I was saying this for XRP, for ADA, you know, and you can kind of use this across the board for almost any project is a lot of times when projects go, you think they're dead, right? No one's really talking about them much. You know, there's not a lot of volume. It's just like it's ghost town, right? Those are going to be the projects that are going to probably come out of nowhere and explode out of nowhere, just out of nowhere. It just like reignites and just starts going crazy. And then guess what? Everybody starts talking about him again, right? Because if you haven't figured it out yet, everybody's pretty much just talking about what's moving, right? Everybody's talking about what's moving. Everybody's jumping in on what's the new hot meme coin or what's the new project that has all the fundamentals, you know, that's flipping out, going crazy. You know, everybody's just jumping in, but those people are late. The time to jump in on a lot of these projects are when no one's talking about them. When no one's talking about them and they're like, you know, they're dead. You think they're dead. You know, not a lot of volume. that's when it's time to jump in, right? I'm not saying you can't make money jumping in on the hype, but you can get better positions, obviously, on a lot of these projects that no one's talking about yet, right? So, and what's good about like Dogelon and Floki, and you can even throw Shiba in there as well, because a lot of these projects, you guys know they lost a lot of steam, even though I will say Shiba held a solid market cap. Even through the bear market, it held a good solid market cap. But you can see like Dogelon. Dogelon's market cap was getting down there, right? It was like under $100 million, right? And I remember, posting videos just like, bro, I mean, at any time this project's it's gonna wake up, right? It's gonna wake up. There's still always been a community for Dogelon. There's always been a community. It's just, when things are quiet and nothing's going on, people stop talking about it, right? But it doesn't mean that people have lost interest or sold their positions. A lot of people are just like, I'm holding on to this thing, even if I'm down right now. Like me with a lot of other projects, if I'm down, I'm just holding that. I'm holding it because I know eventually at some point it's going to come back up, right? So I'm like, unless I'm like, what, screw it, I'm going to move and I take the losses, I can jump in on this project and I'm probably going to make my money right back. Sometimes I'll do something like that. But for a project like Dogelon, if I've been sitting in it for, the last 2 years, I'm holding on. Even right now, you see it waking up. I'm still holding on because you guys know that in the long run, in the bull run, this project, even if it's not a top meme coin, could be, but I'm just saying, even if it's not a top meme coin, this project's going to do really well, right? I wouldn't be surprised if this thing easily gets up to $1 billion market cap again. So, and Khalil said, yeah, patience pays off. And I know if you're invested in Dogelon, you've learned patience, right? You've learned patience. You really have. Pivot said, love your streams. Thank you for all you do. No problem, bro. Pivot's giving me the kind words because he's basically telling me, bro, can you please pull up my project that I'm asking about? So let's do it. But before we jump in on your dog, Elon, Obama, Biden, Floki, I forget all the names it is. That's crazy how many names they have in that project. Absolutely crazy. But we're gonna jump on it right now. But look at Corgi AI. Look at Corgi AI, guys. Broke $1 billion market cap, which we were talking about this yesterday's stream. Was saying I wouldn't be surprised if this thing's over $1 billion in the next few days. I think I would say that, right? I don't really remember, but I remember us covering it, and I was like, this thing's gonna definitely eventually break over $1 billion. It was at like 900 yesterday, and look at it today. Up 41%, $1.27 billion market cap for this project. What I want you guys to really understand about Corgi AI is Corgi AI defied all the odds. This thing is traded on Cronos ecosystem right now. And if you guys know anything about Cronos ecosystem, you want to talk about Ghost Town. Cronos ecosystem has literally shriveled to a quiet Midwest town that doesn't have but like maybe a few hundred people living in it, right? And you have those tumbleweeds going across the road in the middle of the day. That's pretty much what Cronos ecosystem has turned into for right now. I think it's going to, spark back up. And Corgi AI is probably going to lead the way for this thing. Now, one thing I want to point out is let's look at the bottom right here, the bottom of the fib to where it's at right now. Can you guys read that number right there? How much it's up? I'll read it for you. 21,791% since November. 21,000%. This project is probably one of the biggest gainers that we've seen in the last 4 or 5 months. This thing has, like I said, and the fact that it's done it on Cronos is absolutely mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. That's why I'm telling you guys. And this isn't even DeFi season. I think I said this the other day. I keep saying I think because I don't remember what I said yesterday in yesterday's stream about Corgi particularly. But I wouldn't be surprised if Corgi gets up to maybe a $5 or $10 billion market cap. And when we get into DeFi season, I wouldn't be surprised if Corgi finally gets listed on a lot of different exchanges because the volume's probably going to be going crazy. Let's look it up real quick. I want to see. Yeah, so it's on Gate.io. You can swap it on Uniswap, obviously, but because it's strictly on it's predominantly on Cronos. You can see VVS Finance, Crypto.com. You can buy it on the actual Crypto.com exchange as well. But as far as, I mean, look at this. This isn't on Binance. This isn't on Coinbase. This isn't on any other than maybe Crypto.com major exchanges. And this thing has defied all odds. Defied all odds as far as where it's gotten. So that's just crazy. Shout out to Corgi AI and anybody that's invested in Corgi AI. Now let me see. My boy Pivot did ask, where's my boy Pivot? There's Pivot. Let's see here. Okay, let's pull up. I have to look it up on DeFi. I have to see your comment because I forget what half the names are in the damn thing. Let's see here. So Pivot. Let's see here. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. There it is right there. Let's see here. So let me pronounce this properly here. So it's Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic Anew, 10. All right, I got it. I got it, bro. I got it down pack here. So you can see this project's not doing bad. Market cap's still relatively small for $100 million market cap traded on the Ethereum network. You can see we did put down a spot for some support. As far as what I was saying about this spot as a support is buying around this area probably will end up being a plus, in my eyes, because you're buying in pretty much where it's finding support, even if it breaks down a little bit below. So anything below the support right here at around the 448, we'll call it, it's 4.8 cents. Obviously, it's well above it now, but I'm just saying that was a spot for some solid support as far as dollar cost averaging in. If I was invested in this project. Now, zooming out, let's see if we can maybe jump in on a fib retracement and see if Deck Screener will load up anytime soon. Good God. So I'm guessing this is the whole chart right here. So so you can see this thing right here is getting rejected at the 382 pivot right here at the 12.4. Obviously jumped up briefly, making a candlestick at around the 14 cents, but it looks like it's getting rejected at this 382. So you might have some kind of a pullback towards the 0.5 at around 10 cents, possibly. If it continues to retest and gets rejected, you might see somewhat of a pullback to the 10 cent mark. Looks like that's a pivotal spot for some support as well. So maybe looking to dollar cost average in anywhere around 10 cents or under. I don't think this thing's going to drop down towards where our support originally was at around 4 cents. I think this thing is going to probably hold, if not this 0.5, the 618. You can see it already pretty much confirmed. What's crazy is it confirmed and then broke below the 618 right here. But I believe, honestly, if this thing was to come back down, you pretty much have this 10 cent mark and then the line in the sand. For it to stay bullish for right now would be that 7.7, the 77 mark at the 68 as far as the line in the sand. But who knows? This candle's not done forming. Who knows? Maybe it can break above the 382 right here at the 4. It's literally right at it. The 12.4 breaks above this 12.4. I want to see a few candles finding support above this 382, and then you're probably going to be jumping up, making new local, making all-time highs. I believe it is somewhere around 20 cents. I think. Possibly. But long term for this project, I think what I would be most interested is what the parts where I say where there's support, right? Because I think long term the market cap is so small at around 123 million that long term when we get into DeFi, I think I said this last time, this project will probably do really well just because it's got a small market cap, a lot of liquidity is already locked in, and it's trading on Ethereum, right? So when DeFi really kicks into gear, you're going to probably see a lot of projects like this just start going absolutely crazy. So I think just looking for spots to dollar cost average in on support, 10 cents, 618 right here at the 77. And then if you were to be lucky and see a 4 cent around that 4.8 where this support level is, pretty much where the 786 is, I don't think that's going to come down to there. But if it did, that would be all hands on deck, just continuing to dollar cost average in on that project. Because think about it, if it goes down towards 4 or 5 cents, that's going to be a market cap of somewhere around $50 million. So that's going to be a very small market cap with possible big potential as far as taking off. So let's see here. Free said, if Elon gets to $1 billion market cap, how many X's is that? Well, let's see here. So he's saying if Elon, so dog Elon right now is at around 138. So if it gets up to $1 billion, you're probably looking at around roughly about 4.5x right now where it's currently sitting, around 4.5x's. 4.5 times whatever you have right now. So let's say you have, $4,000 in dog Elon, it would be 4.5 times that. As far as if it touches $1 billion, right? I think it could honestly get well past $1 billion, in my opinion, as long as the hype gets behind this project. Kalilsa, I own some Tectonic, so hopefully Crow wakes up. Crow is awake. Look at where's Crow at? I know it was on here as like a bubble right here. Crow's up 18% today at almost 14 cents right now. Crow is starting to wake up. So what you're going to see with Crow is Crow's going to wake up like it is right now, and you're going to see the DeFi start waking up as well, because that's what happens with a lot of these projects. Like when Solana starts going absolutely crazy, everybody's like flooding into the DeFi, and that's exactly what's probably going to happen for Cronos as well. You're going to see DeFi's volume start rising, and we'll check it out right now. You'll see the DeFi volume start rising, and a lot of the top DeFi projects will start moving. Yeah, look at the volume. Yesterday it was at 7 million. A week ago this was at literally $2 million, and today it's at $15 million volume, which is pennies compared to what some of these top players are doing, like Arbitrum, Solana, Ethereum, Binance. But it's a start, right? At $15 million, that's a start compared to where it was just a week ago. This thing was at like $2 million volume. So as Cronos starts moving, and we know Cronos most likely will continue to move. Remember the last bull run, this thing jumped up to right under $1. Right under $1, right there at 95 cents. This thing was going absolutely crazy. And it really took the crypto market by storm because a lot of people were, screaming Crow at the time. I think Crow, it like I said, in this bear market, it really it lost a lot of, I feel like it lost a lot of people for a couple different reasons. One, and I don't blame them why they did it, was they had to if you guys remember, I don't know if you guys remember when Crow initially started their credit cards or their debit cards or whatever, all you had to do was have like 10,000 crows staked in, or 5,000, depending on how many crow you had staked. You would have these perks, and they were like crazy perks. Like if you had 10,000 crow staked, you were getting back like 30% APY. They gave you free streaming services. You had a debit card, like you could go and spend money, and you just basically, like, it was like a crazy perks, right? And it had like different levels. If you had 1,000 crows staked, but you had to have it staked for like a chunk. Like I was like 6 months at least. Some of them were like, the more longer you had them staked, the more the perks were, or better the perks. But out of nowhere, during the bear market, they had to survive. This is when a lot of exchanges were going down, or a lot of exchanges were hurting, right? And Crow basically was like, we can't offer these perks anymore. And they dropped it down to basically nothing. A lot of people were like, oh, screw Cronos, and jumped out of, Cronos and sold their Crow pretty much, right? Because that was an initiative for a lot of people holding holding Crow. So, it is what it is. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe eventually down the road they bring back some of those perks. But they were getting into a lot of issues with the SEC because they were basically calling it a security, as far as the and also you got to remember that's a threat to the banks If you're able to hold Crow and you're getting back like 30% APY, the banks are giving you back 0.00001, but they want you to be happy with that. And if you find something else, the SEC is going to go out there and go get them, right? Because they want you to have your money in the banks, not into these exchanges. So Pivot said, how do you draw fib lines? So, if I missed anybody's questions before that, BP, I see you asked something. I'm going to come right back to you. Let's see here. Pivot asks, how do you draw fib retracements? So, a lot of people are different with their fib retracements, right? Depending on if you're looking at like the daily, if you're looking at like, whatever the case is, a lot of times, like I said, depending on what you're looking at, if you're looking at the daily, a lot of times what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the bottom of the fib. So like, let's say right here for Crow, what I did was, this is the bottom of the fib right here, right? I grabbed this bottom of the fib and I made sure it was lining up with the bottom, somewhere around the bottom right here where it bottomed out. This might not be the all-time low, but remember, we're just looking right now at the right here. This is basically a picture of like 6 months, right? So I found the bottom, and I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to delete this, remove it, right? So I'm going to go over here. This is going to be your fib. You can do a bunch of different things, but we're going to do a fib retracement, right? So my fib, I'm going to find the bottom. You see where the line is right here. I'm going to find the bottom first, and I'm going to open it up. And now I'm going to go find the top, right? I'm going to find the top. And this is how I do a lot of my fib retracements. Now, this probably is not perfect. I'd probably want to go back and find a little bit better spots to critique it. But just on the gist, this is pretty much how you can find, a quick fib retracement if you're looking for like a short-term period. Now, if you zoom out, you zoom out on the charts. You zoom out on the charts. Now you can do a bigger fib retracement on. This is pretty much the whole. This is pretty much the whole. The whole chart for Cronos, right? So if I was going to do something for the whole chart, let's say here I'm looking. I would say somewhere around, because I'm looking over here. This is somewhere around the bottom, and then obviously we have the top right here. And this is where, and a lot of times when you do that, you'll see a lot of the charts will line up with your lines, right? And if you zoom in, you'll see, okay, yeah, it's finding support. Right here is found support at the 0.5. It might not be exactly perfect, but you can see a lot of times, believe it or not, these fib retracements, the way these projects move, they will, if you do the fib properly, you'll find where they're respecting these lines for the most part. Now, this isn't an all, I don't use this as my number one indicator, right? I use it with conjunction of, my moving averages as well. I'm real big, you guys know, I'm real big on moving averages. Especially for day trading and stuff like that. I'm going to take this fib off just because it's like obnoxious, but you guys know as well, I use my moving averages. I use daily moving averages, and then we always have the 200-day right here, because 200-day is a very pivotal spot. Also the 200 week as well, but the 200-day is a very big spot as far as indicating if a project, is bullish or bearish. So that is your chart learning for today. Some people have been asking for me to come out with like a course, right? I could do like membership course. I'm not doing it right now, but maybe down the road we could do something like that, where if you guys really are interested in like day trading and stuff like that, because I do leverage trading as well. I don't really promote it too much on the channel, just because I don't want you guys to go out there and be like, I'm opening up 100x, on something, and you get, it's easiest way for you to lose money is go out there and play around with leverage trading. That's the easiest way for you to get wrecked. So you got to really understand and know what you're doing before you start opening up trades as far as leverage trading. So maybe down the road we could do something like that if I get enough interest. Now, let me see here. So BP said, too good. I finally made it to the live. I noticed that Corgi AI, but don't know what it is. It's a meme coin or what? FUD, drop that knowledge on your boy. So BP, if you heard earlier, I don't know if I already answered your question, but I was basically just telling you guys that Corgi AI right now is particularly traded on Cronos. You can get Corgi AI on crypto.com as well, but this is going to be a Cronos native project. So it's if you have the crypto.com DeFi wallet, you can go on to your VVS swap. This is going to be on let's see here if they have the VVS swap. I think you can I don't know if it's also. I believe it's on VVS, so that's going to be your main swap that you want to go onto, and you can basically you're going to need to have Crow. You're going to need. It's just like Solana, just like Ethereum. You're going to need to either have Crow or USDC, right? For you to swap over to get the Corgi AI. So, or if you don't want to deal with any of that, you can go right on to crypto.com and just buy it. They do have it on their platform as well. But yeah, it's a meme coin that's pretty much that's $1.5 billion, bro. That's been defying the odds on Cronos. So, Laron MMF, bro. If you know about the channel, bro, you guys know I haven't talked about MMF in a while, but MMF is a big project that I not gonna say I lost trust in him, but I do believe that MMF's gonna do really well. Back in 2021, MMF right now it's at a fraction of a penny. This thing was at like $1.50, right? MMF was pretty much the biggest swap on Cronos for a while, and it still pretty much is. They moved over to Arbitrum. You guys know I always talk about Arbitrum. They move over to Arbitrum. They still are on Cronos, but they've moved a lot of their interest over to Arbitrum because unfortunately Cronos DeFi hasn't really been bringing in a lot of developers, right? So they're like, well, the money was drying up for their swap, so they're like, well, we need to move to another ecosystem. So MMF is on Cronos, they're on Polygon, and they're on Arbitrum now. But MMF is a really solid swap. Let me see here, Laron. If you're on MMF, then you should know about MShare. I'm real big on MShare. I hold a lot of MShare. Actually was just buying the dip not too long ago. This project, quiet, not too much, has $1 million market cap. It's on Cronos, but this thing, believe it or not, it's at $13. You guys know what this was at in back in 2021. This project was up towards $100,000 per freaking MShare. The market cap was at billions and billions of dollars. So I'm like, you know what? If I can get it right now at a little fraction, I bought like, a chunk of them to see. Maybe you never know, right? You never know. Like I always tell you guys, with DeFi, it's good to get in now while no one's talking about a lot of these projects, right? Because when we get into DeFi season, a lot of these projects are going to go absolutely berserk. They're going to go absolutely berserk. So getting a good position in right now would not be a bad time. Tonic obviously is a big project on Cronos as well. We have a lot of Cronos guys in here, right? A lot of Cronos in here. What's your opinion on Spell token? How far do you think it will go? Well, I mean, we always talk about Spell in here, right? I feel like we talk about Spell pretty much every stream. Let's see here. I'm surprised I didn't add Spell to the watch list. So Spell's actually been holding pretty well. It's holding pretty well. As far as predictions on Spell, I'm trying to remember what the hell I said for Spell. I need to start like writing this shit down. Excuse my language. Market cap very small. One thing about Spell, let me see. Oh yeah, 100,000 million billion. Okay. I was gonna say it only needs to get to $100 million to be a dollar, but that's not correct. It needs to get to 100 billion to get to a dollar. So as far as Spell, I want to look at what this thing has done before. This thing has jumped up to about 3 cents in the last bull run. What was the market cap at? $2 billion market cap. Wow. I mean, I think I remember, I feel like I've said this before, but I feel like a project like Spell, I don't know much about Spell, like as far as their fundamentals, but from looking at the charts and looking at like it's traded on the two of the biggest exchanges, right? Market cap being relatively low, you can see that this thing easily can jump back up to its all-time high at around $2 billion. And with that, if that was to happen, then you're looking at some kind of a Spell token of around 3 cents could possibly happen, right? Now, a lot of people are calling for more money, that more money is going to be coming into this this bull run. So you could probably see something, maybe if that's the case, somewhere around maybe a 4-5 cent Spell token in this next bull run, right? I mean, you can see it's done it before, definitely done it before. So I wouldn't say that it couldn't. And I mean, in the recent last few weeks, last few months, this thing has really started to break out. So even where it's at right now, not a bad not a bad time to just dollar cost average in. Market cap under $200 million. This thing is looking great. As far as finding support, I remember back, we were talking about this. This was probably about a month or two. Was at 76 was a good spot. And you can see it only bounced down. Found support there one time on one of these giga drops before it really took off. I don't think you're going to see another, 76 price action as far as for Spell, because this thing already ate up that zero and it's pretty much well above it now. So as far as finding some support, let's put in a different support level. I would imagine right here where it already found support and bounced at around this 14 mark would be a pivotal spot for me to, if I was invested in this project. Anything under this 14 would be dollar cost average zone. That's what I would be doing. Anything under this point, this 14, I would just continue to just add to my bag, because with this project, you can look at TA, whatever. We're just finding spots for some support, finding spots to dollar cost average in, because at the end of the day, the market cap is so small. The potential for this project is very big. You can see this thing has jumped up to over $2 billion market cap previous cycle, right? Previous cycle over $2 billion. So this thing could easily do that again. So let's see here. X-Men came in, said all these meme coins are going crazy. I know, bro. Look, let's reload the screen on here and let's see. Floki going crazy. Corgi AI, Shiba. Crow's up now 23%. Luna Classic is up. Dog with Hat, we've already been covering this like crazy. Dog with Hat's going crazy. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash. I want to bring this up real quick. What's the, is that BCH? Bitcoin Cash. I want to bring this up because this was a big indicator back in the bull run for 2021. Let me see here. Is this Bitcoin Cash? 440. Let's see here. Yeah, 440. So Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Classic. This was one thing when the last bull run started going off, before we really started making all-time highs, Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Classic started going crazy for whatever reason. If you guys remember 6 months ago, I think it was something like that. Maybe it's been a year now. Bitcoin Cash started going crazy out of nowhere. I'm trying to zoom in to see where it was at. Is this 24? This is January 24 right here, right? Yeah, February. There was a pump. Maybe this is it right here. Yeah, it was. But you can kind of see, I mean, this thing's really been holding above its 200. But on the last bull run particularly, before we actually really went on a crazy bull run, for whatever reason, Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Classic started pumping like crazy. They started pumping like crazy, just like moving and moving and moving. And then like a month later, Bitcoin starts making all-time highs, right? So I don't know what it is, if this is like some kind of a sign of an early indicator that all-time highs are basically around the corner, which we kind of already know they are. But this usually is a big confirmation. When you see Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Classic start going crazy, it's usually a big sign that the market is it already is very bullish, and you probably have all-time highs for Bitcoin and probably all the altcoins and the next, on the horizon pretty much, right? So let's see here. Canary said Crow will eventually, maybe 20 years from down the line, as just as valuable as BTC. Maybe. Callie said Crow was smart for that. Yeah, I mean they were, and I know what you're talking about as far as what they did in the bear market. I'm so far behind on the chat. Yeah, I mean you have to adapt, right? And those times you have to adapt, because if you don't, you were gonna go under. So I wasn't mad at them at all, but a lot of people were just like, oh my god. I remember like YouTubers were like, I'm taking everything out of Crow. I was like, all right, take everything out of Crow. They're gonna be perfectly fine without your $200. Like just take out your little $200 and move on with it, right? Crypto Laurent said, what do you think about MMF? I pretty much explained it. I think MMF is a solid project. They were one of the biggest swaps in 2021, and I think they're still there. They kind of ticked some people off, like myself. If you remember, like a year ago, maybe a little bit over a year ago, I think it was like about a year ago, they came out and they were like pretty much like, oh, we're MMF is on Cronos. We're pretty much gonna they're gonna continue the swap, but we're moving all our interest over to Arbitrum. And a lot of people were like, What the F? Like, why can't y'all just, like, work on both or all, because they're on Polygon as well. And they were pretty much just saying, like, move over to Arbitrum, telling everybody. And, I had like 200,000 MMF at the time. And I remember making a video. You can scroll back like a year ago. And I was like, I sold all my MMF. And it was because of them, because what they said. They just came out looking so bearish. And I sold off. And, it did dip like crazy on news like that from the dev team. And also, they also came out and they lost a lot of money. They were invested heavily in FTX. Not just the dev team, but the freaking a lot of the liquidity that was on MMF got lost from FTX, believe it or not. That was another thing that they came out, and it was like news after news. So a lot of people lost interest on MMF, but I think it's slowly coming back, right? I think they still, because they did retract a lot of what they were saying. They were like, we want everybody to understand that we're still going to be on Cronos, and we still support, the swap and everything like that. So they did bring back a lot of hope, and a lot of money did come back, but it really hasn't recovered, yet. So I mean, right now I think long-term MMF I think is going to do really well because it's a beautiful swap. I still use the swap for Cronos. So, Astra said I skipped Brett. Okay, let me check it out, bro. I know you were like one of the first people to ask me. I'm so sorry about that, bro. Let me. Looks like it's going to be for. What is it on Solana? Is it this on Solana, Brett? I'll keep the chart up. Let me know if this is the project you're talking about, Astra. Die, what's going on? Pivot, no problem, brother. I got you, man. Rakesh, let's see here. Is Bunk a good buy? So Bunk, let's see here. Bunk, we've been talking about this a lot on the channel. I think Bunk is honestly, I think it is a good buy. A long-term, buy as far as meme coins. I think Bunk's going to do really well. And I feel like a broken record. I keep saying the same thing. I'm like, I think Bunk's going to do really well, and it's been doing really well, right? It's the market cap is a little bit high. I think a little bit high at $1.5 billion. But as far as like in this next bull run, I think that Bunk's easily going to get up to like $5 or $10 billion. But what I also say, Rakesh, is that like, so you compare like Bunk, right? You look at Bunk, it's at $1.5 billion. Think about if it gets to 10 billion, you're talking about maybe a 7x from right now, right? 7x still amazing, right? On an investment, right? You 7x your money, that's awesome, right? But with meme coins, people expect more, right? You expect more, and who knows? Bunk could maybe get to 20 or 30 billion dollars. I'm just giving out a conservative estimate, but I think that a project like Milady or Myro, one of those projects, they have very small market caps. I think in the bull run, you have potential for better gains than a project like Bunk or even Pepe. Because I mean, you look at Pepe as well, doing really well. $1.7 billion market cap. $1.7 billion market cap. And I just feel like, Pepe is going to do really well. Probably get to $20 billion. But if it gets to $20 billion, you're looking at what? Probably about a 12x. Like I said, 12x is still awesome. But when you start talking about projects that are under $100 million that are getting a lot of hype, like Milady, looking at Milady's market cap compared, it's at $78 million. The potential for the gains for this project compared to like Bunk and Pepe and even Floki and stuff like that, yeah, they're all doing really well, and I think they're going to do great in the bull run. I'm not saying that these projects are not going to do really well. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm saying that the profit margin compared with Milady compared to Bunk, Pepe, Dogecoin, Shiba, I think Pepe is gonna make out a lot more gains for your buck, is what I'm getting to. So to answer your question, do I think Bunk is a good buy? Yes. What I would particularly do though, Rakesh, is maybe just have some patience. It has been going crazy recently, right? It has been going crazy. Maybe wait for some spots for some retracement. It is on a retracement right now. And I'm going to pull up some spots real quick that I see from previous price points. Like right here at around the 22 is a big spot for some support, and it actually already bounced right here off the 22. Other than that, I would probably wait to see if maybe it's going to have some kind of a retracement to where maybe if this is a project you're interested in, patience can pay off, and maybe you can get it at maybe 10 or 15, 20% cheaper than what it's at right now, right? What if in a week or two from now it cools off a little bit and it's down 10%? You might be able to get in on a better position. The only reason why I say that is because it's been going crazy lately, right? This thing from just about a week ago, right now it's currently up 100%. It's up 100%. Now, you look at Milady's, right? I don't mean to keep comparing the two, but if you look at Milady's from just like maybe a week or two ago, Milady's is up about 70%, right? And would I say the same thing about Milady's? Like I would wait for a cool off? Maybe. But the difference is that buying in right now on Milady or buying and waiting for 10%, you're still buying in at such a crazy price because the market cap is so low. For Bunk, I would really have patience because the market cap is so high right now that I would be only interested in getting in on Bunk if it was, lower than what it's at right now, pretty much is what I'm saying. So I would really be looking for some kind of a retracement on Bunk. I don't know for a fact if it's going to happen, but these are some levels that you can look for. Basically, anything under this 22 and around this 20 mark right here would be a pivotal spot. You can see it pretty much was chopping around in this channel. So this could be some kind of a dollar cost average channel right here as far as for Bunk. So, but good luck. I think Bunk though in the long run is going to be a good project for sure. Have we looked at Floki? We have looked at Floki, but we can always look at it again. Floki's doing really well for today. We were talking about this. Floki's doing really well. I thought I just made a freaking chart for Floki, but I don't know. So for Floki, out of the dead, woke up, doing really well. As far as looking for spots for dollar cost averaging in, let me see here. I got to freaking zoom out. Floki. Oh, yeah, that's right. This wasn't the right chart. Let's see here. This was the chart. There we go. So, I mean, look at this. Floki has really taken off. As far as spots that I'm looking for like if I was interested in Floki, if you have some patience, that one thing is like if you haven't bought in right now on Floki or any of these projects that are doing really well today, I encourage patience because it might pay off, right? Don't let FOMO set in particularly and just have patience. You might be at least able to catch it at this fib retracement right here at the 786. You can see it already bounced. It might come back and retest the 786 right here, and that could be a potential of saving yourself. If you were to have patience at least on that, that's a 25% discount that you possibly could save yourself. Now, is it going to drop down there for certain? We don't know that for a fact. I think, honestly, it's at the 11 mark right now. I would honestly put my money that with the fact that it just ate up a zero, I'd put my money on right around this area right here would be the spot that it's probably going to find some kind of support if it does drop down. I mean, this thing has gone up like crazy. A lot of times when you see these straight up candlesticks, you're going to see most likely eventually it's going to hit its head somewhere, and it looked like it might have already at around the 13, and it's going to maybe retrace, not losing all its gains, but it's going to find some spot where it's going to retrace, and it's going to need to find some support. This 10 mark is going to be your spot that I think is going to be a solid spot for some support. So this could be a spot to dollar cost average in if you're looking to add to your bag or jump in on the project. But long term for Floki as well, I think all these meme coins, they're all going to do really well in this bull run, right? But which one's going to do the best? Which ones are going to be the top 5, top 10? And I'm not talking about top 10 market cap. I'm talking about top 10 gainers, right? Because who cares if Bunk goes up to $30 billion and it's the top meme coin, right? That's like a 25x from right now. But what if Milady goes up to $4 billion, right? It's not the top market cap, but from where it's at right now to $4 billion, that's like 100x. So you're making more money off of Milady. Take that into consideration. Let's see here. Sorry if I missed anybody's anybody's comments. I'm focused on the chat or on the charts right now. So Astra said Brett is on base chain. Oh, okay. So let me see here. It's on base chain. Oh, right here. So base. See, oh, there it is right here. All right. A lot higher market cap than I was expecting, bro. $48 million, not too bad. You know, with base, I want to go back to this real quick. $133 billion volume, not too bad. I don't really know too much about base's ecosystem, right? I don't really know too much, but as far as looking at as far as looking at the chart, let's see here. So Brett is a legendary character inspired by Matt Fury's Boys Club comic, the blue mascot of the Blue Chain base. All right, so it looks like it's like one of their official meme coins. You know, one thing I was saying about Cronos is they need stuff like this. They need big meme coins to come on. They do have Corgi, but I'm saying like they need big meme coins to come in and really bring some volume onto their ecosystem. So as far as base, small, very small chart, but this thing looks like it is up like crazy. Let's see if it'll tell me from where the bottom is. Look at that, up almost 20,000%. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. $48 million market cap, relatively, you know, particularly small. You know, nothing too crazy as far as DeFi. So I think if you were thinking about this long term, could be a pivotal, a big gainer is what I'm getting to as far as for, you know, maybe this ecosystem. I'll put a couple spots that we see as some support, and you can kind of look and go from there. So real quick, you can see first spot we did whenever this thing broke down, it bounced right here at the 38. That could be a big spot for some support if you're trying to just continue to dollar cost average in. You can also see on its way up, it hit its head right there. Another spot that I think is going to be probably one of the biggest spots to hold for it to stay really bullish is going to be this 28 spot right here. This 28, you can see it bounced beautifully on this before it went and retested this next spot of resistance, breaking it and basically flipping it into support. So with that being said, with all these projects, like I said, for DeFi, if you're not up thousands of percent right now, if you're up thousands of percent, I would say, you know, do your own research, but take some profits, right? But if you're not up thousands of percent, DeFi season hasn't even started yet. I think projects like this and a couple other projects like that Obama project that we were looking at for Pivot, I think those projects in the long run are going to probably do really well on their particular ecosystem. So, you know, that's pretty much where I'll leave it with these DeFi projects. You know, down the road when DeFi season kicks in, a lot of these projects are going to do really well, even if they've already been doing really well. A lot of money it's going to flow into DeFi. Watch and mark my words, but it happens. I tell you guys this all the time. It's in cycles. Bitcoin, big market caps are going to go first, right? Ethereum, you're going to have Solana, all of them, they're going to start making all-time highs. You know, I don't know about Solana all-time highs, most likely, but, you know, you get the gist, right? They're all going to start mooning like crazy. Bitcoin's going to make an all-time high. Ethereum definitely going to make an all-time high, right? You're going to have it's going to go down the list for the big caps, mid caps, and then where we're in, for ladies, small cap meme coins are going to start going absolutely berserk like crazy. Then you're going to get into, so you go big caps and then you have altcoin season, right? Kicking in. This is all going to be after the halving. Then eventually after the altcoin season is still in effect, but it's already kind of topped out. You're going to see a lot of money flowing into DeFi. And you're going to see a lot of these DeFi ecosystems where they have maybe $100 million of volume right now. Those things are going to literally have days where they're like billions. I'm talking about like multi-billion-dollar volume days. And pretty much, not everything, but there's going to be pretty much, you can't pick something that's not freaking flying in DeFi. Kind of like what Solana was doing like a few months ago. That's DeFi season, but that was like a little dulled down DeFi season that was only on Solana. Eventually, it's going to come to pretty much all the big ecosystems, and DeFi is going to be absolutely going nuts. So what I'm getting to is a project like this probably hasn't even seen any potential yet. Wait until the volume starts coming crazy on base and all these big ecosystems. So good luck with all that. Craig said he's at work and he missed most of the show. It's all right, bro. You got to work, right? Got to work until you get that financial freedom. That's what we're pushing for. Adam said he added to my Jasmy, Crow, and Milady bags today. Nice, very nice. What's Jasmy been doing? So Jasmy's still, honestly, Jasmy's just chilling right now above that 2 cent mark. Like I told you guys, as long as it stays above this 2 cent, this thing is setting up. Watch, 2.5 cents, 3 cents, easily. It's easily gonna break that 2.5 and 3 cent here soon. Let's see here. So Free said, yo, I forgot to mention I was in a live stream last night for a little and I got banned because I asked, what about the thoughts on Lady's token since he was doing TA? First time I ever got banned from the chat. Damn, really? You know what, bro? I'm not even going to say, I want to say who was the YouTuber, but don't give him any kind of publicity in here. Don't even mention his name, but what's funny is maybe down the road when Milady does like a 10x, you can mention his name and we'll go into his chat, right? And we'll just spam the hell out of him, right? I don't want to be like dickish, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you can't even. That's what I'm saying. These people think they're above meme coins, right? Until like Milady or whatever these meme coins are doing 10, 20, 30, 40 X's, then you're like, bro, you're covering projects that are up like 1.5x. You know, like, just dumb. Well, you know what, Free? You won't get banned in here, bro. You won't get banned in here. Let's see here. So, Craig said at work, missed most of the stream. I read that already. First meme. Okay, so Astro said it's the first meme on Base. Nice. It's linked to Coinbase. Awesome. Pivot said his fingers are crossed for his project, his Obama project. Bro, if that project goes crazy, dude, I'm going to shout you out like crazy, bro, because you have been talking about it. You're staying loyal to it, right? Let's see here. Steve said, love the way you explain the charts and how it works. Kudos, brother. Hey, Steve, I appreciate the kind words, dude. Thank you so much, man. Craig said, Jasmy dropped under 2 cents for like a few minutes last night. And I agree with Craig and Jojo in this chat. Yeah. Real quick, for going back to what Craig said. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like 2 cents right now, it seems to be a solid spot for some real support, right? Solid spot for some real support. That's what you want to see us hold. If it does break, and I'm glad you bring this up. This is like kind of like what I'm saying for Milady. If we do, for whatever reason, see us break below the 10 mark, right, and we gain that 0 again, somewhere around this area, it's most likely going to be a very quick and short-term kind of thing because it's a mental. Now it's become a mental resistance, right? And what I mean by that is people could be sitting on the sidelines right now and they're like looking at it and they're like, it's at the 10.7. It's a little high. And it goes down 2% and it gains that 0 real quick. They're like, all in, I'm buying. And they throw their whole paycheck in, right? It's a mental kind of thing where they're like, it just gained a 0 and it's only gone down 2%, and they're like, I'm going all in. Mom, break the piggy bank, and they throw all their money in. And it's not really that big of a move, but it's a mental spot, right? It's a mental spot that they're buying in when it has 7 zeros versus 6 zeros. And same thing with Jasmy. It's a mental spot where it dropped down under that 2 cent. Now it's at 1 cent, even though it's really 1.9. It's like 1% under 2 cents. It's a spot. It's a mental spot now, of support to where if it drops down for now, then that's a good thing. That if it drops down anything below that 2 cent mark, it gets eaten up fast. So that's a good thing. Let's see here. So Craig said team spam after Milady blows up. maybe, right? Real quick, guys. I know we talked about this earlier in the stream, but I want to bring it back up. Remember, go on to CoinMarketCap and click into the crypto awards and go and vote for your favorite meme coin and vote for Milady. Even if you're invested in Pepe and Bunk, show support to Milady. Bring in your votes for Milady. Make sure you go on to CoinMarketCap and vote for Milady on here, all right? All you have to do is go into CoinMarketCap, right, like you normally do, and right up here you'll see it says Crypto Awards, and just go into Vote Now, and it'll bring you into, let's see here, let me exit out of here. It'll bring you into Vote Now. and it'll take you into this screen right here. You got to scroll down, and you can, do whatever you want as far as these other things. But meme coin of the year, click into it, and make sure you go in and vote for Milady. Go do that when you have some time today, right? Show support for Milady, because Bunk and Pepe are whooping our ass right now. They are whooping our ass right now. Real said, Milady is making a nice change, bro. Yeah, no, it is, bro. It is. I'm telling you guys, just understand. Understand, if you're invested in Milady, hear me out here. Let's get serious here. Let me drink a little bit of water real quick. Hold on. All right. Got to stay hydrated, right? Now let me give the deep voice, the smooth jazz voice, and hear me out here. I can't talk like that, but let's go. Milady market cap is so low. Right now, yes, you see Floki and you see all these other meme coins that are billion-dollar meme coins. They're doing really well. We're doing really well as well, right? But mark my words. When we're in the thick of the bull run, this project right here is going to be one of the top gainer meme coins. Top gainer meme coins. We have the smallest market cap, and we have just as much hype as any one of these big meme coins. Just as much. And it's only going to get bigger. Only going to get bigger as we build. Remember, Milady is a very young meme coin. Very young meme coin. And she really hasn't seen that crazy explosiveness. Maybe at the beginning when Elon hit that, tweeted. But other than that, it's all been just natural growth. And as we build, we're going to bring in more people. We're going to bring in more investors that are going to make life-changing money. So don't even worry about the fact that like Pepe's up, 100% today or whatever the case may be, right? Milady's is doing exactly what she should be doing, and we're going to get to where we need to be, right? It's all about financial freedom, and this is going to be where you're going to find it, my opinion. So Canary said, Milady's going to be legendary. Eventually a whale will dump in $1 billion and will burn half the supply. I mean, I don't even think we need to burn half the damn supply, honestly, but I mean, that would be a plus, right? But just the fact that when our volume starts going crazy. And then another thing too is, and one thing I didn't even point out here is look at the volume. We're at $12 million volume today. You guys remember just a month ago what we were doing in volume? We were doing $2 million. We're up 6x in volume. I'm telling you guys, we're slowly but surely building. We're going to do really well. I'm telling you guys. There was a right here. So let's see here. So Sheeb with climb 60% as shorts lose $50 million betting against meme coins. That's probably, hey, who was that? Free. That's your boy and the YouTuber. That's why he didn't want to talk about it, because he was part of the $50 million that we're sitting here shorting meme coins. And he probably lost his lunch money, so he's upset. But let's see here. For this, let's see here. Volume of futures tracking meme coins continue to rise massively on Saturday as bets against non-serious tokens lost a cumulative 50 million in the past 24 hours, a sign of irrational exuberance. Data from CoinGlass shows shorts or bets against on Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Pepe, Floki, Bonk saw over $50 million in liquidations in the past 24 hours, contributing to the price surge among these tokens. Liquidations refer to when an exchange forcefully closes a trader's leverage position due to the partial or total loss of a trader's initial margin. It happens when a trader is unable to meet the margin requirements for leverage position. That's crazy, but you know what? Good for them. Sitting here trying to bet against our meme coins. That's exactly what's going to happen, right? All those meme coin haters, that's exactly what's going to happen. And we're not here saying, oh, only invest in meme coins. You guys know we always talk about diversify and having a full spectrum of everything. But don't sit here and just hate on meme coins, right? Don't sit there and just like hate on meme coins, bro. That's so 2020. Guys, oh my God. Sarah's back. Guys, Sarah's back. Hold on here, Sarah. Sarah, how are you doing today? Sarah's saying Jasmy's up now. Bye now. Gorilla up. All right, Sarah, can we ask a few quick questions while you're here, Sarah? We want to ask a few quick questions. The other day, you were talking about, Sarah, you were talking about PNG, right? And you said for us to buy in on PNG, and it went absolutely crazy. How did you know PNG was going to go up like that? You're from the... Oh, okay. Someone else said that. Sarah, do you live in this time period, or are you from the future? We're really asking this. This is a serious question, Sarah. What year are you from, Sarah? That's all we want to know. Are you from this year? So Sarah is saying, I don't know if she answers questions. She only gives out answers. So she's saying gorilla, buy, gorilla now for buy. Let's see here. We can't take up too much of her time because she's probably, you know how time jumpers are. So let's look up gorilla real quick. Gorilla. Did I spell this incorrectly? I'm so nervous, guys. Sarah, don't leave us. Don't leave us, Sarah. We have so much questions for you. All right, now she's saying buy gorilla. She's saying buy gorilla, another small cap project at $4.5 million. She's saying now gorilla now. All right, guys. Sarah, if you can answer just one question, please tell us, are you from the future, Sarah? Are you from the future? Please tell us right now. We all want to know. Oh, Sarah, don't leave us. Don't leave us, girl. Kid Talk said buying gorilla now. Holy crap. Guys, I think she's gone already. That was it. So let's recap on what she said. She said Jasmy's up now. Let's look and see. Jasmy's up right now. Bro. Okay. Then she said buy now, gorilla up. She's saying buy now, gorilla up. So it looks like gorilla is, I believe, an Ethereum. It's an Ethereum project. Sarah, it's all fun and games, but we're just see Jasmy. Yep, we really are asking because you know what, you did call out something really cool the other day when you said PNG. When you brought up PNG, we checked it out the next day, even though it is down now. We checked it, and this thing went up 300% after you said buy it. So we're just curious to know, you know, a couple things like, you know, what year you're from, you know, stuff like that. And we want to know what Milady's is going to do in the future. We want to know if is it going to get to 20 billion, 30 billion. Well, there you have it. Sarah came. She gave her prediction on the next project. Obviously, all joking aside, guys, be careful, you know, as far as everything. You don't know if everything's going to continue to go up. But if this project absolutely moons, after she says this, we're going to probably just, we're going to use Sarah's going to be the prophet on the, like I'm talking about like the holy prophet for this channel, right? And she's going to come in periodically and give us advice and then just disappear. So we'll see how it is. Canary said, rumor has it Andrew Tate started Milady coin. Canary boy. that would be absolutely epic though, right? You guys know, isn't ladies, it's March is ladies month, I think, right? Or something like that, or something's going on. I believe like March 8th is International Ladies Day. So a lot of people are calling for a big pump that's going to happen for the next week for me, ladies. Let's see here. Sarah says, have Fran PNG 300 for 30 minutes. Sarah, what country are you from? If you don't mind us asking, what country are you from? I want to see something here. What? So she said gorilla. It's on Ethereum. Oh. $4 million market cap, $600 million liquidity locked. Oh, she said she's from Sweden. She's definitely a time traveler. She's definitely a time traveler's guide. 100%. Well, Sarah, we thank you so much for coming in and blessing us with your presence. We really do. So she's suggesting gorilla on Ethereum. It has about a $4 million market cap, and like I said, locked liquidity at around $500,000. So just be careful, guys. Do your own research as far as getting in on these projects, but could be a hidden gem. Could be a hidden gem. Given Sarah's track record, you know, could be a big hidden gem right there. So Canary still running with the Andrew Tate saying 888 total supply. Andrew Tate 888. Come on, this might be a hidden signal. What does Andrew Tate, is that like his numbers or something? 888? Because you remember, what else came out? Oh, yeah, Elon did that tweet that one day, and he was like, 888, 888, you know, and everybody was like, oh, Elon, you know, talking about Elon. But I think down the road, watch, there's going to be something's going to pop off with Milady, right? We're going to find out something crazy is going to happen. Sarah, Nico wants to know if you're married. Gorilla pumped very well November, December, I think. Excuse me. Oh, 888 is Andrew Tate's numbers. Okay. That would be absolutely crazy, right? You know, Andrew Tate was he made off. He always says it back in 2021. He bought in he was buying Bitcoin in like 2019-20 and was buying in heavy. He said and when the bull run, he sold off his Bitcoin and made a big chunk of money off of so he's definitely in crypto for sure. Kid Talk says Gorilla pumped very well in November, December, I think, so it's going to pump again. Let's look back. Yeah, look at that in December. This is December December that just passed. This thing did rip. So you can see this is the full chart as far as where it's at. Well, I guess we'll put this on our radar as far as watching. I want to see here if there's any spots for some support. Right there. So if you're interested in buying into this project, I would honestly just be careful, have patience, maybe looking for this spot right here for some support around the 34. Might be a solid play right there. But I mean, looks like for today it's looking like it wants to rip. So oh, okay. So Canary said all his assets are in crypto since he's banned from every bank. That's just out. They're just hating on him, bro. They're hating on him. They're just hating on him, right? Trying to get him any way possible. Let's see here. You guys see Myro has been breaking out. Myro has been doing really well. Broke out to looks like somewhere around 16 cent last night, finding support at this 0.5. Definitely looking really well for Myro. Hopefully this thing, remember, I'm waiting for $1 Myro. Waiting for that $1 Myro to come. We'll see how that plays out. Floki's now up 50%. For the whole market, though, everything looks really well today. You know, don't get discouraged. Milady is still up. Let's see here. We're still up for the week, 55%. For the month, we're up 100% for the month. We're just going through a little today, most likely a little cool off. Like I said, a lot of people are probably, not a lot, but you had people that are short-term taking their profits, you know, that maybe have sold off. But then you also have, I think, a lot of people that might have done that maybe would have maybe jumped back in on Milady, or maybe jumping in on some of these projects that are going crazy today. So let them do what they got to do. You know, let Floki, Shiba, Doge, all of them do really well. Like I said, as long as you have patience, who cares about all that, whatever that is? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Because at the end of the day, we know that Milady is going to do really well in this bull run. We know it. We know it. It's going to happen. So just be ready. Take advantage. If anything, you know, where we're at right now, not a bad spot to continue to dollar cost average in. We're at that $78 million mark, so such a small market cap compared to where we're headed, right? So everything is still on track, and we are looking great. Let's see here. Canary, yep, I saw that. Sarah said Vera. Free said heading out, y'all. Appreciate this community. Take care. All right, brother. Gene said, do you think Corgi AI can hit 10 cents? Corgi AI 10 cents. Let's see. Isn't it it's at a fraction of a penny right now, right? Yeah. It's at basically a half a penny right now. So what I will say about Corgi AI getting to 10 cents, that would be about a 22x from where it's at right now. So that's a market cap of somewhere around $23 to $24 billion market cap. I'm not saying that it can't, but that would be a big move, right? That would be a big move. I would think more conservatively, I would say that on high end, I think that it could possibly do maybe a 10x from where it's at right now and possibly get to about 5 cents, somewhere around there. That would put the market cap at around $12 billion. Think about that. That's a very high market cap. $12 billion is a very high market cap for any project, particularly for a project that's strictly traded on crypto.com and Cronos right now, and maybe a few other swaps. So now if Corgi AI gets released like on Binance or something, you know, Coinbase or something like that, then you're talking about possibly getting to maybe 10 cents or something like that. But I think a conservative prediction would be somewhere around 5 cents is what I think. Random said, I'm back. You ever do Gala? Well, I mean, if you suggest it, I'll bring it up. If you suggest it, bro, we will bring it up. Gala's coming back from the dead, right? Looks like it's coming back from the dead, somewhere around 4 cents. Not looking bad at all. That 1 cent Gala looking juicy right now, right? Because, I mean, it's definitely jumped up. Gala, you know, one thing that I found out recently was that, you know, a lot of the dev teams are all at each other's throat for Gala, from what I heard. They're all freaking suing each other. And I think that right there has been just a negative exposure for Gala, right? It's been a negative exposure for Gala. 1, 2, for the gaming. There's a lot of competition out there, right? And Gala, I honestly haven't been following, so I'm saying this with caution, but Gala needs to step their game up, you know, and be the leading gaming, you know, platform as far as for crypto. It once was, and it needs to get back up there. I'm not saying that it's not now. I'm just saying there's a lot of competition out there for gaming, you know. So, and the fact that they're all at each other's throats ain't a good thing for Gala, right? But I think long term, you know, Gala's going to do really well because it's been kicked down so bad, right? It's been kicked down so bad at that 1 cent where it found some support. You can see where it hit its head. It's going to be a big spot for some resistance. It's going to be a big spot for some resistance. Making a small fib retracement right here. You can see pretty much where we put that resistance is pretty much almost lining up with the 236, where it's pretty much also hit its head on as well. So that spot that we have right here at the pretty much right at that 5 cent mark is going to be a big spot for resistance as far as it breaking. But I think long term Gala is going to do really well. I just think that hopefully they can get past all those lawsuits and stuff like that, and they can really you know, just get back to innovating, you know, crypto gaming, you know. Let's see here. So Craig said, Milady got all the hype now. Been seeing more and more people talking about it. Only a matter of patience now. Oh, yeah. And Sarah's saying, look at Vera and GRT. And Craig said, I really want to buy some scale, but don't have enough extra funds right now. I hear you, bro. You remember what I always tell you, man. I feel like you particularly, you like to like move your money around a lot, you know, and you have your money scattered across the whole market, and you have probably like you're holding 40 different coins or tokens. You know, I'm not saying that's bad, but me particularly, I like to focus on, instead of those having like 40 different, you know, projects that I'm invested in, maybe having a solid like 5 projects that I have, you know, a lot more money in each one, right? That's my personal, you know, experience. But I mean, hey, the more you have spread out, right, the better odds you have of one of those being a good gem. The only thing is that you're spreading your money thin, right? So you're not putting as much into each project because you're trying to spread them out, you know, too far, I feel. Sarah said, check out Vera. We'll check out Vera real quick. I think this is it right here. She's in here sleeping. Vera Network. $41 million market cap, very small. Traded on Coinbase, nice. Not too bad. Another project that Sarah from the future is suggesting is Vera. Doesn't look bad at all. You can see immediately a spot for some resistance is going to be where it just topped out at. So for Vera, particularly, looks like it just topped out somewhere around that 12, almost 13 cent mark where it's hit its head multiple times. You can see multiple times it's hit its head. So that's going to be a big spot for some resistance. As far as support, I would say maybe the 618 right here at around right under 10 cent is going to be a pivotal spot for some solid support for it to hold, for it to stay bullish. If it does break that 10 cents, you're going to look at a 786 at around the 7.7 cent mark as far as support. But I mean, doesn't look bad, Sarah. Honestly, I'm sure you already know what's going to happen because you're from the future. But me being not from the future, I would say long term, this could be a big, a solid spot, or a solid project as far as making some big gains. The fact that it has such a small market cap and it's traded on one of the biggest exchanges like Coinbase. So again, looking for spots would be the 618 at around that 9.9 cents. And that 77 would be a pivotal spot for some support as well. Khalil said, not life change wealth. You're talking about wife change wealth. Nico said, I'm looking for a premier wife. I don't know if we can find those on this channel, bro, but... Oh, that's why Nico was asking if Sarah was married. She didn't answer that question, bro. She's like, I'm not going to answer that. Craig said, nah, I hold H-Bar, Jasmy, Caspa, Milady for the long run, and I have about $500 or so that I keep moving around. Went from PRQ to XYO to Flare to Swift, and now it's in NCT. And Random said, what are your thoughts on the future of AI sector, crypto, and bull run? Bro, I think that the AI, we already see, I think we're seeing a little piece of what AI is going to, really do in crypto as far as not just numbers, but I think it's going to be something big. They can really innovate that technology. It's going to be really big for crypto. I really do think it's going to be really big. Fetch AI probably leading the way with autonomous bots as far as on their own blockchain. I think Fetch AI is going to be a big project, right? But I think that any project that associates themselves with AI are going to they can easily just run off the AI hype, right? And they're going to do really well. So to answer your question, I think the AI in general, it's going to do really well. Now is it going to be great for mankind? That's a whole nother dispute that we can have another time. But I think as far as like for crypto, particularly just because it's technology, I think it's going to, if it's used properly, can be really well, right? Can do really well. So investing in any AI projects, I think not just any, but doing your research and finding a good AI solid project. Fetch AI was the one, and I was covering it for the last year on the channel because it had such a great team behind it, and also the market cap was very small. Now it's tapping that $1 billion market cap, which still is relatively small for what I think it's going to get to eventually, but that's why I was screaming back when it was at 15 cents, fetch AI, fetch AI, fetch AI. You can go back and verify all the videos, and now it's at $1.80 right now, $1.77. So Random said, I got a big bag of ALI. Yeah, ALI is a big project that's been running as well. I actually just sold out recently at around where it's at right now. I'm kind of kicking myself. I'm not. I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm would love for it to retrace a little bit so I can jump back in and use the profits. I was buying in when it dropped recently at around like 1.9 cents, somewhere around the 2 cent mark, and then I wrote it up and pretty much 2x my money. Obviously, I sold short because it went up all the way up to 6 cents. So, but I think again, AI project associated with AI, I think in the long run, this project's going to do really well. I wouldn't be surprised if this project maybe one day easily gets to $1. So we'll see how that plays out. So guys, listen, we've been on for a while. So just a quick recap as far as for Bitcoin and for Milady and really the whole market. Bitcoin's holding a pivotal spot for some support at the 61.6. Right now we are at 61.9, so we're having a little bit of a move up. But you guys can see from what it looks like is we're forming a beautiful, beautiful descending triangle or bear flag. A bull flag, not a bear flag, a bull flag. So I'm thinking that we're most likely, especially if we can hold this level, we're probably this week, we might be talking about all-time highs this week coming up. So I hope you guys are prepared. You guys have seen what the meme coins have been doing. You guys have seen what Milady did. She just jumped up and made a local high at around this 13. She has retraced a little bit, giving you guys more opportunity to continue to dollar cost average in. I think in the long run, we are going to see some big moves for this project. Very big moves, right? And along with the whole crypto market, this is just the beginning of what we're going to see. We're going to see some big moves. Obviously, things aren't going to just completely move up. We're going to have days where we're going to retrace. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of it. But in the long term, we're doing great. This market's going to continue to blossom. The halving's only 49 days away as of right now. 49 days away. So you guys know we're in that threshold, like we've been covering, that 60-day threshold of up until the halving is usually historically very bullish. So I hope you guys are ready. Like I keep telling you guys, if you do have the opportunity for any of your projects, any kind of retracement, just continue to dollar cost average in. It's going to pay off in the long run. So Canary said, crypto millionaires are made on DEX tools, not Coinbase and finance. I hear you, bro. I completely agree with that. Koktashi said, get some more, you freaking Milady maniacs. There you go. Well, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe if you're not already. And other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful, safe Saturday. And we will be back here. If Milady starts going crazy tonight, for whatever reason, expect that I'm going to just jump on live. We'll cover it. But if we stay, kind of, in where we're at right now, we'll keep the lives for tomorrow around the same time. So other than that, thank you guys so much. Again, thank you so much for spending time with the channel, and I will see you guys here tomorrow, all right?